Hello, my friends. Welcome to this video. Today, I want to share my story about learning English. A few years ago, my English was very poor. I could understand a few words, but speaking was very difficult for me. Whenever someone spoke English in front of me, I felt nervous and shy. I was afraid of making mistakes. Because of this fear, I usually stayed quiet. But one day, I decided to change my life. I told myself that English is an important language. It can help me in my career, in my studies, and in meeting new people. So I made a decision to start learning English seriously. At the beginning, everything felt difficult. I did not know many words. My pronunciation was not good. Sometimes I could not even make simple sentences, but I did not give up. I started with small steps. Every day, I learned a few new words. I wrote them in a notebook and tried to remember them. Slowly, my vocabulary started improving. I also started talking to myself in English. Yes, it may sound funny, but it helped me a lot. I described my daily activities in English. For example, I said things like, I am going to the market, or I am drinking tea. At first, my sentences were very simple, but that was okay. The important thing was practice. I also watched English videos on the internet. I listened carefully and tried to understand how people speak. Sometimes, I repeated the sentences again and again. Slowly, I began to feel more comfortable with the language. My family and friends also supported me. They encouraged me to keep practicing and not to worry about mistakes. One important thing I learned was that mistakes are part of learning. Every mistake teaches us something new. So I stopped being afraid of mistakes and started speaking more. This was the first step in my journey of learning English. And this journey slowly changed my confidence and my life. Welcome back, my friends. In the first part, I told you how I started my journey of learning English. Now I want to share how daily practice helped me improve. After I decided to learn English, I understood one important thing. Learning a language is not possible in one day. It needs daily practice and patience. So I created a small routine for myself. Every day, I spent some time listening to English. I watched simple English videos and listened carefully to how people spoke. At first, I could not understand everything, but I tried to catch a few words. Slowly, my listening started improving. I also began listening to English songs. Songs helped me learn pronunciation and new expressions. Sometimes I repeated the lines again and again until I could say them clearly. Another thing that helped me a lot was learning new words daily. Every day, I tried to learn 5 or 10 new words. I wrote them in a notebook and made simple sentences with them. This helped me remember the words better. I also started thinking in English. For example, when I saw something around me, I tried to describe it in English in my mind. If I saw a tree, I thought, this is a big green tree. If I saw a car, I thought, that car is moving very fast. This simple habit helped me think faster in English. Sometimes I practiced speaking in front of a mirror. I talked about my day, my plans, and my thoughts. Even if my sentences were not perfect, I continued practicing. Little by little, I started feeling more confident. Learning English was no longer something scary. It became a part of my daily routine. And this daily practice slowly made a big difference in my English journey. Welcome back again, my friends. In the previous part, I talked about my daily English practice. In this part, I will share how I started building confidence in speaking English. After practicing for some time, I realized that listening and learning words were helpful, but speaking was the most important skill. At first, speaking English with other people was still difficult for me. I was afraid that they would laugh at my mistakes. But I remembered something very important. If I did not speak, I would never improve. So I decided to start speaking more. I began practicing English conversations with my friends. Sometimes we spoke simple sentences, and sometimes we asked each other small questions. For example, we asked questions like, how are you? What are you doing today? And what did you learn today? These simple conversations helped me a lot. Another thing I started doing was recording my voice. I used my phone to record myself speaking English. When I listened to the recordings, I noticed my mistakes. This helped me improve my pronunciation and speaking style. Sometimes, I also tried to speak about different topics. I talked about my hobbies, my daily routine, and my future dreams. At first, I spoke slowly and made many mistakes, but with practice, my sentences became better. One day, I even participated in a small English speaking activity. I was very nervous, but I tried my best to speak clearly. That experience gave me a lot of confidence. I realized that confidence grows when we take small steps and continue practicing. Slowly, English was no longer something that scared me. Instead, it became something I enjoyed learning. And this was a very important moment in my English learning journey. Welcome to the final part of this story. In the previous parts, I shared how I started learning English, how daily practice helped me, and how I slowly built confidence in speaking. Now I want to tell you how learning English changed my life. After months of practice, I started noticing a big difference. I could understand English much better than before. I could watch videos and understand most of the conversation. Speaking also became easier for me. Of course, I was not perfect, and I still made mistakes, but the biggest change was my confidence. I was no longer afraid to speak. I started using English in many parts of my daily life. Sometimes, I helped my friends practice English. We spoke together and shared new words and ideas. Teaching others also helped me improve my own English. Another beautiful thing about learning English is that it opens many opportunities. You can talk to people from different countries, watch useful videos, read books, and learn new skills. English becomes a bridge that connects you with the world. Looking back at my journey, I feel proud that I did not give up. Learning English was not easy, but every small step helped me move forward. So if you're learning English now, I want to tell you something very important. Do not be afraid of mistakes. Do not think that you are too late to start. Just practice every day, speak a little, listen a little, and learn something new. With patience and consistency, you will definitely improve. Remember, every expert was once a beginner. Thank you for watching this video and being part of this journey. Keep practicing, keep learning, and believe in yourself. Your English journey can also change your life.